Marc Sanderson. When we prepared this debate, there were two things that you mentioned which strike me very much. One is the way in which a smart city driving can improve sustain the economic growth. So the word economy linked to cities is not always so obvious. And second point, saving citizen time. This one I was surprised. So how come a sustainable city, of course the mobility will be a good element on this, can save time for the people? And how can this be a driving element?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Patrick. I'm happy to be here representing the city of Malaga and representing Spain. As mentioned, I'm originally from the United States, but have been in Spain for 8 years and working for the city of Malaga for 4 years. My title, I'm the Director of International Economic Development for the city, which is closely tied to smart cities and all the projects that the mayor of Malaga has going on. As most of you know, Malaga is a port city on the Mediterranean coast, home to Pablo Picasso and Antonio Banderas, among others. We do know a lot about sustainability. As you mentioned, Malaga is a city of 3,000 years of history, and so have seen various civilizations and people come through and has managed to sustain itself over those years. More recently, it's been known as a tourist destination. Obviously, the Costa del Sol for sun, for golf, and for relaxing. There's a beautiful picture of the city and the port there. But about 25 years ago, the city and the region of Andalusia made a concerted effort to focus on technology and built a technology park in Malaga and has managed to grow that to over 600 high-tech companies today. So we've seen a lot of success. There's an image of some of the companies. You can't really make out all the logos, but it's been great. We have both multinationals from around the world, but also local support for entrepreneurs, and have really created a viable ecosystem. Because of all the technology, we started seeing lots of instruments and measurements being used within the city, so measuring pollution, water, energy. This began about 10 years ago, and one of the things the mayor wanted to do was to bring all that information together and to utilize it, which is, I guess, the goal of a smart city, to be able to take the information, whether it's the bus information, mobility, the taxis, et cetera, to try to make that more efficient for the citizens. And what we saw was that multinationals started coming to Malaga because of its size to use it as a test bed, an urban lab. So the images here you see are a project that we're actually working with the Japanese government, with NATO, which is present here today, and what it is it's 200 electric vehicles in this city, and this project is going on for 3 years, and the idea is to study mobility, electric use, and hopefully make it scalable to not only cities in Europe but around the world and in Japan, obviously. We have other projects with the University of Massachusetts, MIT in Boston, of course with Endesa, the technology energy company in Spain, where they took a zone, a neighborhood, an eco barrio, eco district, if you will, and really utilized 14,000 users to see how they used electricity, looking at micro-generation, smart grid distribution, and ultimately usage in the homes. And this project, again, is scalable, and Endesa uses that throughout Spain and throughout Italy and other places. So all of these projects have helped us receive recognition and awards, not only within Spain but around the world. We have companies like IBM, the Japanese government, South Korea as well, that are coming to study what we're doing. Ultimately, the mayor is committed to these projects and is willing to take on any pilot project or a company that's interested in testing things in the city. And his goal ultimately is, as you mentioned earlier, is to try to make lives better for the citizens. And the ways you can do that is obviously by saving money and ultimately saving time. I think in the end, people want to get back and forth to work and to take their kids to school, but they love to have more time for themselves. So if we can make the transportation systems, bus systems more efficient, that's good for the citizens. If their interaction with the city can be reduced to one point of entry, one website where they can do all of their dealings with the city, that's what we want as well. So those are the types of projects and the way the mayor defines a smart city for us. And so I think based on his commitment for international development. We want these solutions. We want companies to come and try things in our city, but then we want to give those back to the rest of Europe and see if we can help expand those around.